Specialty vehicle builders and assemblers are facing new and increasing challenges to remain competitive in their market. Over the next few minutes, we are going to take you through methods and solutions you can use to improve your business processes with the potential to increase sales and profitability. If you are a maker of custom vehicles for vocational use, rescue and public service, alternative fuel vehicles, bus and transport, or even custom yachts, no doubt you will see ways to improve by using some of these solutions. Let's take a look at some of the challenges you are facing. Your customers have growing needs for more specialization, and you can take advantage of this with a guided selling approach. Upsell those profitable options. You need to respond quickly with a formal, professional-looking quotation document, and if they require additional documents, making sure the proposal is complete. Pricing is key to winning the deal, and at the same time knowing your actual cost to build their configuration. And finally, getting them an accurate and attainable build date. Next up, it's the manufacturing details that are critical, especially when you are trying to gain efficiencies of mass production with unique quantity builds of one. By getting a handle on purchased materials, making sure raw materials are there when needed, not early, but not late, you can free up available cash. Labor is typically a large portion of the cost, and these highly skilled guys are not cheap. Getting them scheduled and working on the right job at the right time to reduce waste. The same goes for all resources. Fabrication equipment such as plasma and laser cutters, tools and fixtures, all have costs that need to be minimized. Optimal planning and scheduling is critical. Customer engagement and sales does not stop once the vehicle is assembled, delivered, and invoiced. You have huge opportunities to gain additional revenue and keep the customer for life if you can capitalize on the service business. Proper handling of warranties and keeping them happy in the event of an issue is then a selling point to provide continued service through service contracts. Replacement parts, especially if you could be their one-stop source of components, grows the business. Consideration of how to handle rebuilds, remanufacturing, and restorations to keep them coming back to you. It's not uncommon to have 70% of your net revenue coming from service. Why leave that on the table? Taking a look at what Infor CloudSuite Industrial can provide to a specialty vehicle builder, a complete and integrated system that covers all of your business needs. Nothing to bolt on, one system, one supplier. And above all, one supplier to answer all the questions, from initial proposals to expert implementation and support. So coverage from end to end of your business. Just as you provide a total solution for your clients, we provide a total solution for you. Let's take a look in detail at what CloudSuite Industrial can do for you and how it will enable your business. CSI SyteLine is a complete business enterprise system that is specifically designed for manufacturers and assemblers of products, including those who focus on the fabrication and assembly of specialty vehicles such as buses, vocational vehicles, and custom yachts. Beginning with the built-in customer management capabilities, which enables companies to effectively market to clients who demand excellence in the vehicles they purchase. Key capabilities such as lead and opportunity management is standard within CSI SyteLine and gives your salespeople the tools they need to maintain a business pipeline to enable growth, truly providing a full 360-degree view of your client. Clients that purchase specialty vehicles range from public municipalities or transit companies on one end of the spectrum to demanding individuals at the other. The buyer of a custom million-dollar yacht is someone very special, and the need to track their details is critical for success. For the government municipalities, the ability to maintain deep contact lists as well as detailed terms and conditions of doing business properly, and more importantly, legally with them, is also critical. CSI SyteLine's embedded CRM and customer management performs these functions. When engaging with your client, the first step is to effectively execute on creating the quotation or estimate. Since every customer is unique and has unique demands, the requirement to create a specialized quotation is required. With CSI SyteLine, you will have the ability to create a specific vehicle unit configuration that exactly meets the needs of your client. A client that is shopping for a motorhome that will uniquely reflect their needs and personality, or the fire department that will need an ambulance that meets specific requirements of their municipality. Either can quickly be configured in a highly collaborative manner. With your client directly engaged during the configuration process, they can see the vehicle take shape with the options and configurations they desire. You will be able to make recommendations as to what options work with each other, as well as, since it's a rules-based configurator, which options are mandatory in order to have a functional resulting configuration. As the configuration progresses in an orderly flow, the vehicle's sell price is constantly updated. In some cases, the right side view of the vehicle configuration can be driven directly from 3D CAD models to have designs on the fly created. This is especially useful when real-time views of the result are needed. Once the configuration is complete, the resulting detailed configuration, bill of material, and production assembly routing are produced and used to seamlessly and automatically integrate to SyteLine. This becomes the estimated job and BOM routing within SyteLine. This BOM and routing have associated material costs and resource usage so that a real-time vehicle-specific cost can be evaluated against the specific configuration sell price. Your clients have gone through the configuration process and now expect to have a professional-looking quotation document to enhance their purchase decision. Being a demanding customer of a vehicle that can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, they expect a comprehensive professional document package. The SyteLine document automation system pulls together all the proper configuration documents, terms of sale, sales quotations, supporting documents, CAD drawings, and anything specific you need to include, and bundles them together in a full document quote package. Once your client is presented with the quotation, you can use the SyteLine CRM to set reminders and tasks to follow up with your client as to open questions and see how their decision is progressing. Oftentimes, especially with municipalities, clients will come back and make repeated configuration changes until they fine-tune the vehicle they need. At any time, you are able to quickly pull up the estimate configuration, make revisions, and communicate the new configuration back to them. No matter if they make one change or 100, you are quickly able to respond while still having full visibility of the cost and configuration details. As the client gets closer to a buying decision, they often will ask as to delivery times. With a configured vehicle, without the right tools and visibility, often you would have had to make a rough guess and had to keep them happy, pad out the delivery date. With CSI SyteLine, you can immediately and with a high degree of accuracy give them an accurate delivery date using the ATP CTP built-in planning system. Running in real-time memory, the system plans each and every line in the BOM and routing, looking at available resources in either an infinite or finite model, and produces a delivery date. If your client is not happy with the date, you can drill in and see exactly what the holdup and bottlenecks are. Perhaps it is a configuration option that has a hard-to-source component. This would be an ideal option then to work with the client and pick an alternative option that does not present a long lead time. The result? Giving the client the vehicle they need in the time they need it. If you are successful, and with the proper professional quotation process, you should increase your wins. Your client will decide to do business with you. Once they give you the nod to proceed, you can easily convert the estimate to a customer sales order and line with one click. All of that information captured during the estimate phase stays with the customer and the order. Even more importantly, that estimate configured BOM and routing transfers over to the production job order. This exact detail of the configuration is now used to build and assemble the vehicle, with absolutely no room for error. It's now time to begin production. SyteLine's planning engine, which actually ran when you provided a promise date for the client, again runs automatically and in the background to get an updated delivery date based on the current shop load. Your production planners now have full visibility of the entire production operation with all vehicles together. Resource assembly station load, critical resources, which can be machines or people with specific skills, are all visible. Managing overloaded resources to the best model flow through the assembly stations is easy to accomplish. As vehicles can have hundreds and thousands of components, the purchasing of items for specific configurations is key. Unique items are often only needed for one specific configuration, so the need to go out for bid or RFQ is a key requirement. SyteLine's automated RFQ process can use the configured job requirement to create RFQs to suppliers for specific items. Quickly and easily, suppliers can respond with costs and delivery due dates, which can be then turned into orders if desired. Certainly, having an excess of a very specific item that is for a unique configuration is not a good idea. Nor is having the item unavailable for assembly when needed, as it would delay or even stop the assembly process. SyteLine sourcing via the Material Planner's workbench gives your buyers the information they need to source product efficiently and exactly when it's needed. The buyer's job is simplified by having the view of all items required to be purchased and then selecting them for purchase from the approved vendor. Automatically, POs can be created and even electronically sent to the supplier. For the production planner, their job is also simplified with their own version of the workbench, as releasing jobs that the system has planned based on various system rules is easy and results in an efficient line run. SyteLine's built-in scheduling can properly sequence the order in which jobs are run on the line based on detailed rules that can be personalized to fit your production and assembly operations. Graphically, you will have the visibility of the line stations and exactly when each vehicle will be in each station. Now we can turn our attention to the shop floor where the real work is getting done. By enabling production assemblers to have an accurate detail of the production assembly schedule, they can better perform their jobs. Visual dispatch lists provide the detail needed by station and vehicle. As they perform their assembly work, items can be associated with the vehicle, even down to specific serialized items. Having this serial item to VIN or hull number is critical once the vehicle is on the road. By having real-time shop floor production data tracked for both labor and materials, accurate specific unit vehicle costing is possible, and alerts can be set if things are not running to plan. Once assembly is completed, the actual as-assembled detailed production information is retained in the system as an as-built assembly job. Changes to items on the original BOM during production, which can be a regular occurrence, are captured. All work that was done to assemble the vehicle can be captured, labor and materials. Even digital photos and reading from gauges and quality control processes are captured for permanent keeping. Often this data is printed from SyteLine in the form of a customer vehicle build book. As perfect quality is demanded by buyers of high-value custom vehicles, the need to properly define and execute quality plans is needed. SyteLine supports detailed quality processes from supplier-provided components, in-process assembly, and even post-sales service warranty. All of these quality systems are integral to the production execution of the vehicle. Once the vehicle rolls off the assembly line and is given a final approval by QC, the vehicle is now ready for delivery. This can be a trigger for the SyteLine field service solution to continue to track the vehicle for life. Remember, we talked of the configuration-specific BOM and routing, as well as the as-assembled BOM. That as-assembled detailed BOM, which even contained component and system serial numbers, is automatically transferred to the field service portion of SyteLine. The full, detailed lineage of that specific vehicle is now visible as a vehicle unit, traceable by VIN or serial unit ID. Once the vehicle is in the possession of its owner, a customer owner record is maintained in the field service module. Service maintenance plans can be sold and warranty can be managed. As common with complex vehicle assemblies, manufacturer warranties of the sub-assemblies such as engine, transmission, or chassis can be specifically maintained under the entire unit. For example, the engine could have a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty, while the generator may have a warranty of 2,000 running hours. All of this is maintained in field service. In the event your client has an issue with the vehicle, they can be quickly serviced. Starting with an incident, your staff can perform a lookup by unit serial, perform initial knowledge-based diagnostics, and if needed, dispatch properly skilled technicians to quickly address the problem. The technicians can log their time and all replacement materials and components to that specific unit. All the time, that unit configuration is automatically being updated, including all work performed, giving you a complete life cycle view of the unit at any time. Having that lifetime service view is important, as with field service, you can handle situations where the vehicle is sold and purchased by a new owner. Throughout the life cycle of the vehicle, you can optimize revenue by selling maintenance contracts and service parts throughout the life of the vehicle. Revenue of service parts is a key way to increase margins, especially when the margin on the original contract might be tight due to competition. With SyteLine's B2B and B2C commerce solution, your clients can easily purchase products that are specific for their configuration. A point, click, and buy process simplifies their purchase and increases your sales. Behind the scenes, your distribution and warehouse staff easily will fulfill those orders that automatically are created as customer orders and lines within SyteLine. With SyteLine's pick, pack, and ship, orders are filled on time and meet the customer's requirements. Happy customers make for good business. Speaking of good business practices, the ability to tie all transactions together with an embedded financial system is critical. With CSI SyteLine, all sales, purchasing, manufacturing, and all transactions, all tied to the appropriate financial accounts and associated transaction. There is no place for loss of financial traceability and integrity during any of the processes. Ease in performing and maintaining accurate AR and lower the cash outstanding cycle is indeed possible. If you get paid faster, you are less likely to have business losses due to non-collection. Careful cash management is also possible with your vendors by properly managing AP and taking all the applicable discounts. Real-time cash flow visibility, especially critical with high-value vehicle manufacturing, is enabled with SyteLine. When it comes to reporting, SyteLine again makes your job easy. Through the use of Excel, the well-known financial accountant's favorite tool, SyteLine is the system of record with the flexibility to produce reports in Excel, the best of both worlds. Well, that wraps up the CSI SyteLine for Specialty Vehicle solution, an end-to-end system that can manage your customer needs from initial configuration and quote, all the way to total lifetime maintenance coverage, maintaining all aspects of sales, procurement, planning, and production into a controlled financial system, reducing risk, improving revenue, and maintaining solid margins. All things that CSI SyteLine can bring to your business. Thanks for watching.